Hey guys, welcome back to the layout. It's been a minute. It's always a minute. There's always a lot that happens. And there's been a lot happening in the world. I haven't been able to get over here because for those of you who don't know, this here layout is actually at my grandma's. So because of the whole virus issue, I haven't really been able to get over here all that much. I have a little tiny bit, but not all that much, so I haven't really been able to work on things. That, and in the other room we had some sheetrock that needed to be fixed, and that meant people were going to be coming right through here because that's the only way to get into that room. And basically I didn't want to be working on stuff all that much until that was done. So because of all of this stuff, I have decided I am not going to be doing the expansion. I was going to expand the layout, make it bigger, build a big train yard in that room over there. But because because of all this virus stuff and not being able to get to it, right before spring break, I was like, okay, this is the third time that I have said, okay, I'm doing it now. And I didn't get to it because of the virus this time, but I didn't get to it. And I decided, okay, I haven't started it. By this point, I need to go ahead and come up with a different thing. If I haven't started it now, it's not gonna happen. So I just figured I'd come on here and talk about a little bit of plans I do have for the layout in the future. So I am going to rewire all of the lights. Oh crap, it's all the way over there. I was gonna show you guys the box. No. But I guess it's all the way over there. So I'm going to rewire all the lights with the Just Plug lighting system from Woodland Scenics. It's not sponsored. I just think that product is amazing. You guys should definitely go check it out on Woodland Scenics website and various other places that have it. Ask your dealers, you know, whatever, because they are actually, they have them at Hobby Lobby as well. So they're the best. They're so good. You can adjust the brightness. You can do all sorts of things. And from what I can tell, they don't melt all the lights. I don't have an example here to show you. I'm really ill prepared for this video. But I have had to disconnect so many lights on my layout just because they keep melting. Well, okay, those are all still working, but you know, I don't have a good example. But they keep melting. So I gotta do something. Granted, they're old and they're cheap. So I gotta do something. So the Just Plug lighting system is what I plan on using. At least that's my plan for right now. It may change, but that's what I'm planning because I love it. It's so good. It's gonna be relatively easy to wire. So I will be doing that. I will also be replacing some sections of track. There's some bad sections. There's a curve right here on my inner loop that it throws absolutely every locomotive I have off. Some diesels can pass, but not even all of them. It knocks everything off. Derails absolutely everything. So we're going to completely replace that. There's another section in the tunnel back there that we're going to replace. A couple of bits there, here and there. Any problem sections are going to be fixed. I'm going to work on the wiring and that kind of stuff a little bit, and I'm going to work on the scenery a little bit. I never actually finished ballasting the whole layout. I got about half of it done, and then I stopped. So that's something that still needs to be done. And that's kind of the stuff that I have planned as far as the layout goes. Other plans, I am actually, for those of you who don't know, I live here in Houston. So I also, since I graduated, actually since the fire up there, I haven't been back to like the Colorado narrow gauge stuff in a few years. And that's kind of my favorite thing. It's where I fell in love with trains. It's where I fell in love with mountain railroading in general, and eventually my layout that I build eventually, because I didn't build this one. I helped build it, but I didn't build it myself. Eventually, I will make a layout, and it will be more mountainous, and there will be narrow gauge stuff involved. But for those of you who don't know, I do live in Texas, and therefore the closest historical railroad to me is the Texas State Railway, which does have some steam going. So eventually this summer, hopefully, assuming things stay open, I will go and I will do some videos there. Probably maybe just a rail fanning video. But the big thing I'm going to go do there is I'm going to go and I'm going to take some reference images. Why do I need reference images? I am working on modeling the Texas State Railroad locomotives and rolling stock, and the end plan is to eventually make a modular layout that is the Texas State Railroad. Just because I think that'd be really cool. It's not that long, so it's doable. And I just really think it's a fun project. It's a fun project. So that is on my list of things to do. But in order to do it, I need to get reference images so that I can see how the oil bunkers have been put onto the tenders and everything, because they're all oil now. And how the, different components and everything that I don't have on the models. So if anybody has any information on their Mikado, I have no idea where they got that thing. I have no information about that at all. I don't even know what kind of Mikado it is. It's very strange looking. If you actually go and take a look at it, it's very interesting looking. I mean, it looks normal, but it also looks like, if you really look at it compared to like the models we have available, I have never seen anything like it. So if anybody has any information on the Texas State Railroad's Mikado, post it down in the comments below so that I can maybe find out more. Another plan I have is that I have a bunch of narrow gauge stuff, and eventually I will need to take this thing apart, and I'll need somewhere to run stuff in between this and my next layout, which will be at my actual house whenever I, have a house. So what I'm thinking about doing is a small modular layout using the boards that I was going to use for the expansion that can stack and fold up and everything, and just, store very easily. It has very little scenery, but it has enough, and that kind of stuff that lives out in the garage until I have a house that I'm going to build a layout in, and then it can move there. And then once it does, I can use it to keep content coming on this channel, as well as and reviews and stuff, as well as just keep the stuff I have running until I get the big layout done. So that's kind of my plans for that. So what is the channel's plans? What is my plans for the channel? I always say that I'm going to post more on this channel, and then I don't. I'm not going to promise anything this time. I'm not going to say that I'm going to post more. I'm not going to say that I'm going to do better about that and that more content is coming. With all of the stuff going on, there's probably not going to be that much involved with getting new stuff. Now, that being said, there is one factor that is going to change that just a little bit, but it's probably not in the locomotive area, but in rolling stock. So I'm not going to promise any new content necessarily. I am today here so that I'm going to spend all day working on this stuff and hopefully getting some videos recorded, so I might have something in the next couple weeks, but after that I have no idea. So I'm not going to promise anything, but stay tuned anyway, because eventually I will be doing videos on, I just don't know when stuff will be coming out, but stuff will still happen. And for those of you who are not following my Instagram, I will be posting more on there whenever stuff does happen, so link will be in the description for that. One final thing, I'm sure everybody's going to ask me about it in the comments. MTH is going out of business. We have 1 year left of getting, stuff from MTH to clear them out, and then they're done. What are my thoughts on that? Well, I have 3 MTH steam locomotives, a K4, which admittedly I don't really like all that much, and I'm probably going to let go on eBay at some point, probably in the next couple of years, but I have a, what is it called? It is a, It's a 482, I believe, or a 284. I don't know. It's a something. It used to be New York Central. We have it say Santa Fe now. And I have a Mikado. I have had problems with every single one of these locomotives. The biggest one being traction tires fall off of these engines very, very easily. The Mikado I've had a lot of problems with, a lot of problems. The one thing I can say is I absolutely love how they do their smoke compared to stuff like Broadway Limited. I like that it goes up a little higher, and I like that I like some of the ways their smoke units are done, and the models themselves look good. They're weak without traction tires, and the traction tires fall off, and there's something about that Mikado that just, it will not stay on the tracks. So, but and I think I have a couple of diesels. I think my Dash 9s are those. I can't remember, but I have a couple of engines. I have a couple of things from MTH, not very much. They're pretty good quality. They're pretty good quality. I know MTH is mostly known for their O-scale stuff, but they have some HO scale stuff. And it's pretty good quality, and I'm kind of sad to see it go. But at the same time, I mean, I have been turning my attention to other companies lately anyway. Scale Trains, Broadway Limited, and Bachmann even. Have been, and Athearn, have been kind of the ones that I've been looking for and looking forward to more lately. So I really, like, it's sad to see it go, but at the same time, I don't really know that I'm going to miss it all that much, because it was never really one of our main companies that I was getting stuff from. So, but that's interesting, and that's kind of my thoughts. I have no idea if anybody's going to be offended by that, but I mean, they were good models. But at the same time, there's a lot of other places that have good models. So I don't think that there was anything all that unique about MTH, necessarily. And the things that are like decoder things that, well, to be completely honest with you, I would much rather have everything working with the same decoder. So, like, I'm in the process of changing everything to be Tsunami 2. That anything that isn't like already good. Like, I have a couple of, you know, my consolidations, my Broadway Limited consolidations, I'm probably going to leave for now. But my Mikados from Broadway Limited that have a lot of issues with their sound, they are getting their decoders replaced. A bunch of stuff that doesn't have sound is getting it replaced, and it's all going to be Tsunami 2. So you might see some of that, some programming stuff, I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, but that's actually, I'm going to go ahead and leave you guys here. Stay tuned very soon. I will have some new stuff on the channel, but I don't know how much, and I don't know past that when stuff will happen. Just stay tuned, hit the bell so that you know when I do post, because it's real important that you hit that bell, because I have no idea when I'll be posting. And if you're not subscribed, be sure to do that as well. So, oh, also one other thing, the channel hit over 100 subscribers, which I'm really excited about that. I should really post more. This is the one channel that I have that if I actually posted, I would have 1,000 subscribers by now. Because if I actually posted, then I would get views and subscribers. Anyway, but I'll try and post more, but we'll see how it goes. So anyway, but that's going to be it. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.